let's go through the lifetime ISA for people. Who can open one? On the day of your 18th birthday, it's the first time you can open it, and you can open it until the day before you are 40. That is the very last time. Once it's open, it stays open. So it's all about how old you are when you can open it. It gives you a 25% boost on the contributions that you put in. So if you put £1,000 in, the state will add £250 that month, and that will be sitting in your lifetime ISA account, and that amount will get interest on top of it as well. And it will keep doing that until you're age 50. Now, nobody who's opened a ISA, because it's only been around since 2017, is 50 yet. The oldest people are 46, so we've not hit that yet. Everyone who's got a lifetime ISA is still getting the 25% contribution. The most you can put in per tax year is £4,000, which means you can get up to £1,000 free per year, and you get that each year. So if you had it for 10 years, you'd have £10,000 free from the state. There is, though, a withdrawal penalty. Now, you only pay that if you're buying a first-time property that qualifies. You don't pay it. If you're taking it out when you're old enough, because it can be used for retirement, you don't pay it. But if you're taking it out for any other reason, well, I'm afraid there is a 25% penalty. Now, you might think you've got a 25% bonus on the way in, and then 25% off means you come out with the amount that you put in. Someone here's got a calculator. Who's got the calculator? Why, are you in finance or something?
I am.
Oh, you are? OK, so you can use a... All right, so I'm going to do a really simple sum. £10,000, I want 25% on top of that. So 10,000 times 1.25.
12,500.
Which you could have done in your head.
Yes.
Next one you couldn't. Now I want to take 25% off that, so times it by 0.75.
9,375.
So you see, you put 10 grand in, you end up with 9,375. You pay the state an effective 6.25% penalty if you buy this if you use this for any other reason than a qualifying house. The reason I say qualifying property is because the maximum property price is 450,000. So you buy a house for 451,000, you've saved in a lifetime ISA, it's right for you, you think it's good, it's not a qualifying property, you want to take your money out for a deposit on it, you pay the penalty. That's the risk with a lifetime ISA. If you're in an area of the country where your first-time buyer's properties are 200 grand, it's no problem. If you're in London, it can become an issue. The bonus is usable at exchange. So when you exchange contracts, that means that is the point. You can get the bonus, you can use it towards your deposit to the seller, and you can also use it towards your mortgage deposit later at completion.
Martin,
the predecessor, the Help to Buy... Oh, yeah, predecessor, the Help to Buy ISA, you could only use... at completion. Yeah.
We've got Siobhan in the studio with a question on that. Siobhan, good evening, I should say.
Hello.
Hi Martin. So I have a LISA, and I understand that it can only be used for a first-time buyer or for retirement, but how does it actually work in terms of withdrawing the money?
So when you want to get the bonus out, you mean?
Yes.
OK. When you're buying your first property, it is your solicitor who enables you to get the bonus. So as part of the process of buying your first property, the solicitor who's doing your conveyancing, the solicitor who's buying the new house for you, they're the one who triggers the ability to get the bonus. If you were to leave it until you were age 60, which is a very, very long time, I can see it for you, well, they just say you'll be able to take the money out. We don't actually know the mechanism right now because it's still 14 years before anyone's going to get to that point, but you'll be able to take the money out then. But it's your solicitor, I think, is what you're really asking.
Thank you.
Let me carry on. Now, this is important. You're only eligible for the bonus once you've had a lifetime ISA opened for 1 year. So I've said this before, but it's really important. If you're aged between 18 and 39 and you don't have a lifetime ISA, and you haven't bought a property, go and put £1 in one, even if you don't want to save for a first property now. Why? Because then you get the clock ticking. And then when you are ready to put money in, you could put the £4,000 in and get the £1,000 straight away. Parents of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, get them to open a lifetime ISA. Go give them £1. They'll take it still, I'm sure. Go give them £1, right, and tell them, because they have to open it, to put it in a lifetime ISA in case they're going to want it later. That way you've got it there ready and waiting.
Parents and grandparents, I love this when we got this one. Have a look at this. As a regular viewer of your invaluable show, I followed your advice and encouraged all of my 8 grandchildren into opening LISAs. My granddaughter and grandson have both now bought houses for themselves with their LISAs. Without Martin's advice on LISAs, this would not have been possible. This is from a very proud granddad called Maurice, 90 years old and still saving for a rainy day.
Maurice.
How lovely is that?
That was so nice. Spread the information. OK, top payers on lifetime ISA savings, because you can also do investment versions. Moneybox at 4.8 and Tembo at 4.75%, by Apps and Paragon at 3.51%. All these allow transfers in. So if you've got a lifetime ISA, do you know what rate yours is paying?
With Moneybox.
You're with Moneybox, you're at 4.8%. Wonderful. But if you're with a low payer, what you could do is you could go to a new payer and when you're opening it, you just say, I want to transfer my existing LISA across, and that way you can get more interest.
And just on those names, there are some names that people might not know. And Juliet, she's come in with a question on that.
Yeah.
I've passed on your advice, Ari, getting a LISA to my 29-year-old daughter, but she's scared to take one out due to unfamiliarity with the bank name. How safe are they, and can you help to convince her?
I'm sure I can, I hope. The reason this happens is because when LISAs were launched, many of the big banks and providers, and I gave evidence to the Committee on LISAs as well at the Commons, were very scared that because it can be used for a pension, which is a George Osborne idea, he wanted to, it cost the Exchequer less doing it this way, and it isn't a good idea for most people, an actual pension is better than a LISA for most people, that they were scared that people would put money into them for their retirement and they would get done for mis-selling, which is why they don't offer them. It's why many of the big providers don't offer them, because they're scared of being done for mis-selling over the retirement angle, not the first-time buyer angle. But Juliet's daughter, let me tell you, all lifetime ISAs are covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme protection, which means you're protected up to £85,000 per person, per financial institution, in the very unlikely event one of these went bust or something went wrong. The state is backing that. You can't have more than 85 grand in a lifetime ISA anyway, so as long as you haven't got any other money with the same provider, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine. Does that convince you?
Yeah.